Welcome, everyone, to Hammered and Cheese, where we cook, you watch. There's some laughs, there's some drama. Who knows? Someone's going to steal dinner. I am one of your hosts, Dino the Genetic Marvel, and with me, as always, is my close personal friend, Mr. Cole Clayton. How are you today, sir? I see you are decked out in quite the chapeau.
First things first, I just want to say, if I offend anyone, I don't give a shit.
There you go, bro. Hi, Victoria. The idea that he's like, if anyone's offended, I don't give a shit. You're saying that's exactly how I run things.
No shit. Your job is deporting people. We already figured that.
Oh yeah, can you imagine?
Like, shut up. Quit. He's gassing himself up. Like, honestly.
Oh yeah.
Chill
I feel
out.
like that's gonna happen though, right? Like he's not in the zone of like, well, I'm gonna try and keep everyone happy. No, he's
Right.
like, no, I don't give a shit. Which I don't know.
Yeah, somebody's got to gas him up because nobody else is. A lot of people are like, you're like
The worst,
really
right?
a bummer. Your job is a whole bummer. People want to be here because it's awesome.
Yeah,
than where they're from, and you're sending them back. Like your job's he's just got to sit there and be like,
yeah,
I don't give a shit.
Don't care. Get fucked twice on Sundays. Basically,
thankless, soulless job is what it is.
Yeah.
Like
it's one of those. It's a passion project, right? You're like, you got to have passion for that shit.
I mean, that's one of those jobs where, like, when you retire and you're sitting in the retirement home and you're just sitting there like, fuck, I know, man. Oh, shit, man. Like, you're sitting there trying to figure out, like, I mean, so there's a lot of people who know they're getting into heaven or not as they get closer, as they approach 80. But deporting people, that's not on there, but it feels like a sin, right? It feels aggressive,
I mean, like, well, it doesn't sound super nice. Let's be honest. Right. That's it doesn't sound like, oh, well, this guy, he's trying. Everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. We are going to be starting cooking. We are just catching up as two old friends first. So please stay tuned. Feel free to like and subscribe. That way you always see us, but we are hilarious. Just an FYI. If you don't find us funny, that's a you problem. You should talk to somebody about it. Not us. We don't care. Funny? Yeah.
Reach for the sky.
Nick Gorbachev says, I still have all my man parts and my mountains are blue. I don't know what that means, Nick. That's a weird statement.
Blue ball.
With a name like Gorbachev, that's not surprising. Is 5 inches enough? Technically 3 inches isn't enough. But
Gorbachev.
Yeah.
But right here, this is McCoy.
No, what?
If we get ourselves a Spock, we have ourselves an away team.
It's Chekhov, not Gorbachev. Coors Light. There you go. Now we're talking. He wasn't talking about his testicles. He was talking about his alcohol. Speaking of alcohol, sir, what are you drinking this evening?
I just finished this, and I'm gonna switch over to whiskey. I'm
pretty sure that's the same White Claw that I got you, and you were all like, "Dude, it's so bad. It's too strong."
I never said it was bad. Why do you keep saying that? All I said was it tastes like I'm gonna take my ex tonight. That's all I said.
That sounds the same. Like you say that when you drink water. You say that when you drink tea.
That is untrue. That is untrue because my ex is a wild person.
It's fine.
It's a wild person. I'm not even talking about my baby mom. I'm talking about
Lil Hat 85.
I know what I'm talking about.
It's a problem.
Man, she crazy.
Yeah, well, listen, they're all crazy in some level. I ate 5 homeless people because I thought they were watermelons. Here's the question, though. Did you enjoy it? Okay, listen, we need facts here, Lil Hat. We can't just be running off of emotions. We're not weirdos. Nick Gorbachev says, I'm an alcoholic. Do you go to meetings? Because then you're just an enthusiast if you don't go to meetings, sir. Kirk says, thank you, sir. I was really worried about it. No, you're good. Listen. Let's be honest.
Kirk's here too?
Kirk, if let's be honest, okay? If she says you're not getting the job done, she should tell you how to get the job done. If she's not willing to do that because she's like, I don't know, well, learn your own body, lady. That's on you.
Dino, we got Kirk and Gorbachev here. But we got an enterprise.
I mean, it's one of those things.
We're on
Jordan Fence, would you rather see a tree grow? I'm not going to fall for that again, sir.
You almost fell for it.
You get a like from me, Kirk. You're a gentleman and a scholar, sir. I appreciate you. George Rivas says a little alcohol. I mean, listen, a little bit of alcohol goes a long way, and a lot of alcohol usually goes the wrong way.
I don't know what it is about bourbon, man, but it awakens.
It ruins your existence. Hey, we got the Boeing executives back. I'm stuck with this name.
That's what you get. That's what you get.
You committed to it. I respect it. I respect the Boeing executive, and you know what? Listen, sometimes you have to suffer for glory. It's reasonable. Okay,
I don't know what I'm gonna make
welcome to being a man.
I don't know what I'm gonna make first. All right, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and start working on the food.
Also, everyone who's watched, I want you to take the time. I did upload a short. I did a little voiceover because apparently YouTube is like, if it's over 60 seconds, we can't put music on it, which I was like, that's against God's plan. That's fine. So I did a little voiceover and I explained earlier today, Cole.
Yeah, put music on it anyway, bro. That's what got me popped.
No, I was going to put YouTube's music on it, which YouTube can't do YouTube music on it. So
that's dumb.
Well, I didn't make the rules, sir.
You could have.
If I was allowed to make the rules, number one, I'd be a lot more wealthy. Number two, I would change it, but that's fine.
You could have just shortened the video.
I didn't want to. It was a good video. But check it out, guys, because that was all the prep that went into the meal today, and I'll tell you, it was pretty freaking cool. It showed what Cole was doing earlier because we had to prepare a pork. What did you? I thought we were doing pork tenderloin. That didn't look like pork tenderloin, sir.
Pork tenderloin.
Pork tenderloin. All right. Well, I'm wrong. That's fine.
No. We thought it was going to be pork belly, but I ain't fucking buying pork belly.
No, I would have liked to see
$6. I don't even want to try pork belly.
Ooh, okay. Let's see here. Hold on. Nick Gorbachev says I'm down to 12 Coors a day, though. Thank the Lord. I mean, 12 beers. You can still drive on 12 beers over the course of a day.
Those are rookie numbers. You need to pump those numbers
Nick,
up.
If anything, Nick, you're cool. You're a cool guy. You're a cool guy who does cool stuff. That's fine. You're good. Don't worry about it, bro. What was the other thing I was going to say? Did Cole get a new chopping board? Did you get a new chopping? I thought that one you already had. But
no, I haven't had this.
You have.
I had 3 cutting boards. To be fair, so I can.
He has 3,
right there in front of my face. I grabbed.
Listen, he has 3 cutting boards and fingers. So
no. Like the thing is wood. If you have meat, you don't want to cut that on wood because the bacteria stays in the wood. Even if you have to bleach it to get that bacteria out. So I like cutting vegetables on wood cutting boards. But yeah, you'll usually see this one. But that's the one I usually cut on meat, the plastic one, because it's easy to get it out.
Yeah. There's a lot of things. The only problem with plastic, though, is then you're cutting little pieces of plastic into your food. Also not good.
Right.
So,
I mean, I have enough plastic in my testicles at this point.
Victoria also asks, is Mexican bruschetta just a tostada? Fair question.
Nah, I mean, I'm going to put it on a baguette. But I'm making pico de gallo, and I'm going to throw it on top of the bruschetta or on the bread.
Listen, I'm not trying to come out here and give you shit, brother. I'm just letting you know it better turn out delicious. It's Saturday night, and your family looks like it's ready to kill.
They're in a great mood tonight.
I mean, well, listen, considering the circumstances, that's understandable.
That they got to deal with me?
Yeah. No, that was definitely a direct attack to you, sir. But it's fine. Just be happy Marco's not here. Nobody's calling you gay. I think that's you should be happy.
I crashed out a little hard on him on Thursday. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, almost immediately everything went to shit. So yeah, you could say that, but yeah, whatever, fine.
I did I shouldn't have went so hard because he was a little offended there for a second. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, you guys were really, if you want to check it out, everyone, that was on Thursday for Men Till Health, where we discussed if feminism has missed the mark, considering the movie Mulan and the Barbie movie, which, will always be remembered as the Mojo Dojo Casa House, which, God willing. Listen, we have to make sure. So, interesting story, everyone. The other day, I was coming out of my bedroom, and beside the bedroom, we have a little pantry bookshelf type thing, and I hit it because I'm a giant, and I knocked down a piece of Lego, and it was my wife's cactus that she had made. So I've had to remake it, and this is the result. I think this is a pretty cool cactus plant. I don't know. What do you guys think? Buses down? What is it? Mangoes? Like, what are you doing, sir? What is happening? Mangoes.
Weird with it.
You know what? I find it funny that you're like, I'm not buying pork belly, but mango, that's for me.
Fucking mango, bro. Delicious.
I always have to ask my wife, I'm like, do I like mangoes? And she's like, yes, you do. And then I try it. I'm like, yeah, okay.
That's what I feel about all fruit. Every time I'm like, fruit sounds gross. And then I eat it. I'm like, actually, this is pretty fucking good. And then I go right back to thinking I don't like fruit.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of foods I find like that. But, what can you do? Victoria says, woo, I like the mango. Yeah, well, hey, Victoria, that's fun. As I said, that's one of those things. And just so you know, Victoria, this is your new cactus. It is more durable and stable.
Mango is
it's close.
Mango is just a tart pineapple. Mango is just a tart pineapple.
I don't know about that.
Should I put another mango in there? Or is that enough? You think?
I would put more.
More?
More.
I don't want it to overpower.
I don't think that is. Remember, you have the acidity from the tomatoes in there and everything like that. You're not going to overpower it.
Well, I don't want it to be like. I want you to be able to taste mango, but I don't want you to be like, mango. You know?
Yeah, no, I get it. It's one of those things, but ultimately, we are here. We are cooking. Things are happening, everyone. So yeah. Plan is for pork tenderloin. Then we're gonna do guacamole, and then also the Mexican bruschetta, which I am excited for. What kind of cheese?
This is what I forgot.
Don't forget the garlic. Come on, man. That's a rookie mistake. How dare you? How dare you, sir?
Anyway, you're saying you were going to ask a question. What kind of cheese?
What kind of cheese are you going to put on there?
But I was going to put cheese on this.
I'll tell you something. The funniest thing I've ever experienced in person was many moons ago. Sharp cheddar. The classic Mexican cheese.
Mexican American cheese.
Yeah, well, it's fine. So years ago, I had a friend who was half Newfie and half Italian. Okay. And the funny thing was his dad was Italian and his mom was a Newfie, but his mom looked Italian.
Did you see that? That onion shifted. I almost lost my finger right there. But I'm a recovery fucking champ. Anyway, you were saying?
Well, so the funny thing is that they overly embraced their Italian side, as Italians do, because they're monsters. And sure enough, whenever we went to a restaurant and the one sister would be like, oh, may I have some bruschetta? Because she'd be like, I'm very Italian. It's bruschetta. And the guy would be like, you mean, and the waiter, every time consistently would be like, you mean bruschetta? And the look on her face was just glorious. I'll tell you that much.
It's actually bruschetta. That's what they say. It's bruschetta.
Lily asks Mexican bruschetta, who comes up with this white ass shit? I'll tell you.
Dang, Lily, come on, look at my face. Does this look Mexican to you? I'm doing fusion here, okay?
Yeah,
I'm playing Yu-Gi-Oh, and I got the polymerization card. Oh,
I don't even know what that means. But if you notice from his hat, you can tell crazy white ass shit is definitely coming from that kitchen. That's but more flavor than you'd expect. That is 100% fact.
This is my sombrero.
It's not a sombrero.
My desperado hat.
Your desperado. What does that even mean? Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, that's fine. It's one of those weird situations, right? But I like it. It's entertaining. I'm just glad you didn't do anything. That's it. You're good. That is a nice cutting board. I will give you that. But you know what? I've been looking into stuff like that, but like because you can clean a cutting board with vinegar, it will do the job. But like you said, with meat, it's a little bit tricky. And also, too, I feel like there's got to be something you could do with that would be better than plastic or wood when it comes to meat. You know, because you don't want little.
Yeah, I mean glass, but I don't like glass cutting boards. I don't like the noise it makes.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
The noise it makes it sounds like you're scratching a chalkboard, you know. And I'm like, I'm okay.
I mean, Lily says, also, I know we mess with each other, but keeping Nick Tucker in my prayers. Get well soon. Why? What happened to Nick Tucker?
He's just short.
He's just short. She just wants him to not be short. And I don't know if you can heal.
I don't know. I'm just talking shit. I could totally be like.
That is also true.
I could be saying some crazy shit, and he could have like be having a stroke right now.
I hope he's not having a stroke. That'd be horrible.
Yeah, what happened, Lily?
Yeah, what happened, Lily? I don't remember what happened to him. That's.
Lily, should I take the stem off or should I just leave the stem on? What do you think? I'm gonna ask the Hispanic.
Yeah, that's fine. Hey, somebody's got to ask. And yeah, no, Lily, listen, we're all here having fun. So you guys being at each other's throat is entertaining, but we know, listen, and we're all still human beings in the real world. This is the internet. It's not real. Nothing here is real. This is all fictitious. I'm actually a 300-year-old dragon just using an AI filter. That's it. Little do you know, And when I say dragon, I'm not dragon. I'm just a manatee just sitting in a chair. It's like on Family Guy, where they find a cat, whatever. Yeah. So now you're drinking whiskey. Oh, are we adding ginger ale to this recipe?
Let's go on my whiskey.
That's just for the whiskey. Well, that's fair. Hey, as long as it's just for the whiskey, we're okay.
Not a lot of ginger in Mexican food, believe it or
not. Well, they would use onions and garlic more so, right? And cilantro. I despise cilantro because I'm genetically superior to everyone else. That's basically the reason, everyone, just so you know. But it is one of those things. Listen, I definitely wonder, though, where that comes from, because I don't think anyone else in my family doesn't like cilantro. I think it's just me. Yeah, what happened to Nick? I'm confused. Lily, you have me freaking out here.
Left us on a fucking cliffhanger.
Lily, you are very good at this.
Yeah, like what the fuck is this? The Italian job? Like what's going on here?
I mean, like he's been caught by the police, the CIA after. I'll be honest, the last 3 weeks I've watched The Recruit and now we're watching The Night Agent, and both of them are about people on the run. So I'm telling you, like my paranoia is at like an all-time high right now, just because I'm paranoid in general, right? Like just because
now you know how it feels to be me.
Oh, but you live in hostile territory. That's not the same. Right? Like at any point in time, anyone in your family anyone in your household may lose their complete shit, right? So, and you're like, ooh, scary. But yeah, Lily, we're waiting for an update, Lily. I gotta find out what the fuck happened to Nick. I hope he's okay too. Now, Lily, the way you've treated this man, if you think that if you're keeping him in his prayers, now I'm like, am I a bad person that I don't know what's happening with Nick Tucker? Like Jesus. Randy Moss says, keep your chin up, Nick. What's a tostada? A tostada would be a hard tortilla with stuff on it. So it's kind of like a Mexican version of bruschetta, but we are not saying that. We are saying it's different.
Right? Beans. It's Mexican beans and toast.
No, I don't think that.
Yeah, it is. It's got beans on it and it's toasted.
No, but a tostada will have more. Think about it this way: is you know how like a hard shell taco
will Mexican beans and toast.
Listen, you know how a hard shell
got more shit on it because the Brits are minimalist.
Hey! You focus on the cooking. I'll focus on the fucking explanation there, rat bastard. Okay, so a tostada is essentially a hard tortilla. So essentially, instead of I keep on saying essentially, my apologies, but instead of a hard shell taco being closed where you put things into it and you eat it like a sandwich, in turn, this is flat, hard, and has stuff on it. So you would eat it like a giant crostini or cracker, and results in a horrible mess. See, I like mini tostadas because I can just put it into my giant mouth and it disappears. perfect. It solves all the solutions that you're looking for.
Yeah, those are our best.
Yeah, Nick, I need to know what happened to Nick. Somebody tell me what's. Oh my God! Or are you guys talking about Nick Gorbachev trying to fight his alcoholism? Because that is also, hey, that's some nice
garlic right there.
That does look good. I'm telling you, you know what? There's a lot of yeah. Are we being supportive of Nick Gorbachev? Because that's okay. Because Nick is said he's an alcoholic, and actually, Nick, I do follow a lady on TikTok who every day posts, "My name is so and so, and I'm an alcoholic." I forget what her name is. She's got glasses. She's looking. But a lot of people give her shit, and they're like, "What, you think this is supposed to help people?" And you're like, "Yeah, it's about holding yourself accountable and trying to go through that process, right? Like it's not an easy thing to go through. That's I think any addiction is hard to deal with. You know, like Cole got over his addiction to
My
eating.
heart goes out to everybody.
Absolutely. But you know,
my heart goes out to everybody. My heart goes
Nick,
out to everybody.
Nick Gorbachev, if it's you we're talking about, you're good, bro. 12 Coors a day? Like Coors is barely fancy water. It's not even, you're good. Hey, honestly, you're doing some good work.
It depends on the job. Like, what kind of job do you do? You have a blue collar job?
Yeah, like if you're a nuclear physicist,
that's a good amount for that kind of job. You work in construction or something. Okay,
but also if you're the drunken kung fu fighter, I think being drunk on the job is perfect. Like you got to find what works. Nick Gorbachev says, "Why every woman got a story about them being in the nut house? What's wrong with y'all? Oh, these women are crazy. That's all." That's another one of my tweets. Hey, the problem is that women are nuts, and when their family can't help them, or the people around them, their loved ones can't help them, you have to trust professionals. And you know what? There's no shame in that. There's nothing wrong with that, because listen, we all need help at some time. The difference is, I know for myself, like I was raised. Because I was twice the size of everyone, pretty consistently my whole life. My parents were like, "You don't touch anyone ever." That resulted in me getting bullied because I'm like, I'm not supposed to touch anyone. And they're like, "Yeah, you touch somebody if they touch you back." And I was like, I could have used that information in advance. Very horrible. But at the same time, you're always told. I know for myself, I was raised. Remember, I had a real family that loved me, so that's in high demand these days, but. My family's always like, "Hey, if you're having an issue, we'll help you and deal with it, and we get through it." And there's been a few times that's been very helpful. But that's why it's like having control of your emotions. Something we talk about on Life of Giants and mental health is that like experiencing what your emotions and feelings are, like, so you can acknowledging them is fine, but reacting with those emotions is not necessarily something that's okay, and that becomes a complicated thing. Is that just for the bruschetta?
Yeah, that's just the bruschetta.
That looks fucking great. Just an FYI.
The mango.
You're snacking on it the whole time, you prick.
Have you ever had pico de gallo? This is the mango pico de gallo.
Yeah. Come on. I think I am.
So like that.
And Lily even complimented and said that's a beautiful cutting board.
What's that?
She said it. You have a beautiful cutting board. It is a beautiful cutting board. I agree. I like that it's got like a shelf underneath. That's pretty badass.
Yeah, but I lost the shelf part.
It does not have.
It used to have like a pull out, like
a drawer.
But I don't pull out. So.
Yeah, you don't seem the type that would pull out. That's fair.
It's not really my style.
You look more like a spray and pray kind of guy.
I just let loose, bro.
I mean, that's fine. Listen, it takes all sorts, right? Some of us are degenerates. Others of us are okay. So, what is everyone else doing this Saturday? That's what I want to know, please. And Lily, Jesus Christ, I'm thinking that Lily has mistaken Nick Tucker for Nick Gorbachev, and this is where our conundrum has come. But still, Lily, I have questions. I hope that that's the case, but still, where is Nick? Nick hasn't shown up. Nick usually shows up for these, but. I mean, it's Saturday night. I'm going to a bar after this to meet with some friends. Nick had a bad fall. He and I have been communicating. Jesus, Lily! Secrets everywhere. He had a bad fall. Is he okay? Like, what happened? Did somebody push him down the stairs? That's scary. My wife pushed me down the stairs the other day. She won't admit to it, but it was factual. See? He's like, oh no, I hope Nick feels better. I absolutely do hope that he feels better, but as well,
Nick,
don't trust
Nick,
Victoria.
what's
Victoria,
going on? I hope you feel better. If you're watching, or if you catch this later, I hope you feel better, man.
Yeah, Jesus, that's terrifying. Nick, if you watch this later I hope that like he fell down, got hurt, and now he's on like the good drugs, because that's always fun. I'll tell you. I remember back in the 2000s, there was a time I was taking morphine and I was oxy. I had perks for a while. Ooh, never hurt your back, people. It sucks. But yeah, that was one of the hardest things that I had to get clean from. Star says hi and hello to you too, Star.
And I used to pop perks back in the day just for fun all the time.
Oh,
every day.
Bro, 2 perks, 6 hours of fun. I think that was the best part of it. Yeah, well, hey, 2 perks is 6 hours of fun, and oh man, that is tough.
I don't have like an addictive personality. I just get bored of it.
Yeah, that happened to me too. I'm confused. Is Nick Marco? No, Nick was another commenter in the thing. We actually mistake you, Nick Gorbachev, for him, Nick Tucker. Nick Tucker is a principal, and he is responsible for taking out all of the vending machines and sweets from his school. He is a man of discipline. And but how have you been recently? I mean, listen, I'm buried in snow right now. I'm just happy that my car is working and I have a roof over my head. But aside from that, and I have giant icicles I've been recording. I picked up an icicle today and it was like the perfect size to be a wand. And I tried to kill a squirrel with my magical powers. It didn't work. It was just an icicle. That was
20 minutes there, goats.
Listen, man, me and the squirrels are not having a good time, and I want to fight them. I want to fight them. They're troublemakers.
Have you ever seen that movie?
Which one?
Men Who Stare at Goats.
No.
Oh, it's fucking hilarious. You gotta check it out. That's
the CIA and the mind control stuff, right?
It's about MK Ultra.
Maybe I should watch it. Ooh, next time make banh mi Cole for an episode. That's not a bad idea. Banh mi. Have you ever had a banh mi sandwich? Quite impressive. That's fine. Listen, if you get your damn passport or identification of some sort, you can come up here and I will treat all of these wonderful delicacies. Treating myself to some Dr. McGillicuddy tonight. I deserve it despite my problem. Oh well, it's Saturday and CC is cooking. Listen, Nick, that's fair. And see, I think that this is the one thing that people have to understand is that, like, even for me, I'm on I've put myself on a fairly restrictive diet and I'm doing a lot of fasting because I'm trying to drop weight for the summertime so I can wear a Speedo all summer long. I'm going to have my wife's frustration to try and make me wear pants all summer long. That's my goal this year. So God willing, I win. But at the same time, like, if you're not going to enjoy the fruits of your labor, then you're just suffering for nothing, right? It's that same idea that if you're suffering through something and you just give up, you've suffered for nothing, and it's kind of horrible. Banh mi is delicious. I mean, we actually have a couple really good places by our house, or by Victoria's work. So essentially, it's a Vietnamese sandwich, and it's done cool stuff. It's a Vietnamese sandwich. I believe it's Vietnamese.
What's on it?
I don't know, fucking Vietnamese type stuff, bro. Just fuck off. I don't know. If I knew, do you think I wouldn't tell you?
Pork, chicken, like what's on it?
Pork belly sometimes. They also will use like a bologna type, like a fancy bologna. Then there's also pate and like pickled carrots and radish. It's actually really tasty.
You really lost me on that bologna. You really lost me on bologna.
That's because you're a jackass. It's fancy. I've been really sleep deprived. Oh, bro, there is nothing worse than being sleep deprived. You know what? For that, I like, because that kind of ruins everything in your body. It's really not good. Victoria says, did you tell Cole about my hot dog inception idea? I did not. Please no Speedo, WTF. Hey, I'm also looking at being like lean enough for a Speedo. I'm not trying to burden the world with the Speedo. I'm trying to be lean enough where people go, that guy should be wearing a Speedo. That's so Lily, please don't yuck my yum, madam. The traditional banh mi usually has pate, butter, Viet sausage, and a few other things. Yeah. Star says, and my arm is hurting and I don't know why. Well, so listen, if you don't have good sleep, it cascades through your whole body, right?
My God,
So,
you have a heart attack. Go to the hospital.
yeah, and if your arm is hurting for no reason, like that could be a circulation issue, but also too, like, how active are you, Star? That's the question, right? Do you walk? I find that this is one of those things that is very important. People don't realize how important or how beneficial just walking be. Like, you see people jogging and it's wintertime. Those people are psychopaths. You don't need those people in your life. They're not your friends. If anything, they're enemies. But just going for a walk,
Probably a serial killer looking for fucking prey.
I mean, that's how it is, right? But yeah, so it comes with the banh mi traditionally has pate, butter, Viet sausage, pickled veg, cucumbers, and cilantro. That is what it normally is on it, and it is delicious. I'll tell you that.
Oh my nut!
No, I don't. That's disgusting.
You can have it.
I don't want it.
That's for you, Dana.
I know Victoria is trying to grow an avocado tree
in Canada.
Yeah, we have it upstairs. It's growing slowly. I think it's like
it's inside. So y'all are doing it like hydroponically, like a fucking weed plant.
No, I don't. I'm not sure if she's transferred it to dirt yet, but originally it was just the seed in water, and it's going. She said it's hilarious.
I could just see Victoria just like, like a pothead in their fucking basement.
Oh yeah, she's yeah. That's we've also talked about growing like hydroponic garden because we have a greenhouse outside that I'm trying to get up and running, but that's not going well. Chris Cunningham of Warwick Police says, I'd like to see you both in Speedos. Chris, that is not the type of show we run here, but if you subscribe, you might see it someday. Just an FYI, we're both
I'll do it fucking right now. I don't give a shit. I just need a Speedo. Send it my way.
Listen, as well, you guys should know that you can actually send us gifts. So if you go to Dino the Genetic Marvel, you can send me a super chat, and that goes towards supporting the groceries and everything on the show, because we are trying to do this as a thing. Because in all honesty, I think we are fantastic. But
we've not sent physical gifts too, though. Somebody sent us a book one time.
Yeah, we got that. That was pretty awesome. And that's actually really helpful. So
you gotta send it to Dino's address. His address is
that in I gotta find a PO box. That's what I need to do. Let me see here. Victoria says it's about 3 feet tall now. Oh, I didn't know it was that tall. Wow.
Oh, so it's like legit growing now. Oh shit. Okay.
Star asked, why is winter jogging enemies? No, the people who jog during the winter, people who jog in general are just lower on the horrible scale than people who cycle everywhere. Those people are the worst. Next level down is people who jog because they're horrible people.
That's people who bike everywhere. Those bicyclists.
Yeah, people who's like, I'm a cyclist, because you know what? I'll tell you why. You don't need to wear skin tight outfit to go on a bike. This is not true. And they're like, well, it's more aerodynamic. Yeah, ain't in the Tour de France, bro. Calm down with your wonky ass wedge.
Funny, like, isn't that like a funny, like, I don't know, like difference? There's like, if you put on tight pants and like a tight, like a nipple rubbing shirt and a helmet, you're a cyclist. But if you just wear your regular clothes, then you just can't afford a car.
Yeah, you probably have a DUI. That's true. That's true. Yeah, that's fair. Christy Bacon says, use the Chinese version to tenderize it first. Baking soda for 45 minutes and then cornstarch to hold in the moisture. I will have to ask my...
As far as what? What are we making? Oh, the body?
Maybe the body. I don't know. And Brodo Baggins says, what the F, Chris? That's fine.
Maybe we'll make that next week. What is what's it called again? You're gonna send me a link to like a real good one.
Yeah, that's fine. Lily says, this is by far the best looking meal your dumbass has made so far. I mean, that's a compliment, and we appreciate it.
So, but Lily, to be fair, when did you start watching this show? Like 6 weeks ago? When I've been like when I got into a car accident and have been like having trouble getting to the grocery store and shit. Like, go fuck yourself.
I mean, listen, I think it was a very nice compliment, but clearly the whiskey's already hit my co-host, so don't mind him, Lily. Brodo Bagan says, remind me never to go to Warwick. Chris will probably give me a cavity search for fun. I mean, I feel like Chris would go so far to make it fun for everybody, but you know, Brodo,
I never thought of that.
Uh,
If you're like becoming a cop is probably the best job ever.
I feel like it was funny when we had everything go down here. I had to wait around with the cops and we were just waiting for everybody. And I was chatting with them and I was saying how like I have a friend in law enforcement who keeps on trying to convince me to become a cop. And I'm like, I really don't trust myself with that much authority because I would be crooked almost immediately. You know, and but still. Crispy Bacon says that's how you make pork that will fall apart. Add beef and chicken for that matter. I mean, hey, I'm gonna check that out. Star says, anyways, I'm gonna watch My Hero Academia. See you later. See you later, Star. Thanks for stopping in. And hey, please make sure to subscribe and come back anytime. Lily says, guy wants to be a victim always. I mean, that's what white people do.
How am I a victim? I say go fuck yourself.
Star says, oh yeah, quick hack, wetter paper towel and put it next to the onion whilst you are cutting and it stops you from crying. Get lost. That's worth trying. Wet a paper towel and put it next to the onion whilst you are cutting and it stops you from crying. Listen, I'll be honest with you. That's kind of the only way that Cole gets to exude some sort of emotions from his eyeballs. So I don't want to take that away from him. He likes to blame the onions and be like, "Oh, I've been cutting onions all day," you know, and that's fine. We all have our crutches and our. Nick Gorbachev says, "My family stresses me out. I just need to let loose and relax tonight, bro. You let loose, but what I mean when I say let loose, I mean let loose in a controlled environment instead of becoming other people's problems. That's how. See that." Very smart. I am intelligent. Is how you go so far as to do something like that. So it can work. Trust me. It's one of those things where you just have to figure out how you can keep control. Because, like, listen, having a controlled environment for shenanigans is very important. And I think is one of the highlights of being an adult is because you're like, I could just do this shit in my own house. And that makes life a lot easier because having to do it, you know, at someone else's house, then I got to get home. There's a lot. It's a lot to deal with. And I'll tell you, there is nothing better than just hanging out at home where you have all your stuff, a change of clothes. You're like, hey, I'm feeling a little, I can just change my pants into my comfy pants. It's a really nice thing, you know? Something that everyone deserves. But hey, that's just me. What can I say? Yeah. Nick says, I don't drink in the morning. That's good for you. I don't think like it's the same. So I don't think you should drink in the morning. I don't think you should drink coffee in the morning too. I think drinking should happen after noon. Both coffee.
Don't drink coffee in the morning? What the fuck?
You just woke up. Why do you need a wake up? That doesn't make any sense, bro.
Because I'm not gonna get going.
Star says, you know what? On second thought, I'm going to say, you're welcome to say, sir, and please enjoy. Feel free to add to the shenanigans in any way, shape, or form. If you have a recommendation of what you'd like to cook, please let us know. We're happy to take advice. If you send us a recipe and all that kind of stuff, we're happy to do stuff because I'll tell you, shit can get crazy. Diced tomatoes. Listen, you. What are you making now? What is that?
Guacamole.
Oh, this is the guacamole. I find some places make bad guacamole. Other places make really good guacamole, but some places, oof, man. I feel like you have to really, you know, enjoy guacamole. Like you gotta be like, oh, I would have this guacamole, so that makes it okay. Always
every white person's favorite fucking like I don't know, dip, I guess. I don't know. Appetizer?
Well, everyone's favorite dip is tzatziki, my friend. So let's calm down. Number two.
Tzatziki is not dip, it's a condiment. There's a difference.
Okay, hold on. Star,
it goes on sandwich. It's a mayonnaise, bro.
Star, have you tried just washing your onion once you're ready to chop it? That helps me not tear up. I didn't know that either. Hey, but instead I go into my bed and go and cry myself to sleep. Hey, you know what? That is completely reasonable. Maybe you're cutting onions. That's fine. What is that?
Roasted verde salsa.
From a jar. How dare you, sir? How dare you?
Homemade.
Lily has popped in with some info. I wash my onion every night, Victoria. I mean, Lily, good to know. Good to know. Star's got thumbs up for everything, bro. I appreciate it. You're a good man. You're a good man. Or woman, whatever. It's fine. I am okay. I'm glad you're okay. That's fine. Nothing wrong with cutting some onions in bed. Sometimes it's been a long day and you gotta double duty. Take a little nap, cut some onions in bed. It's fine. Reasonable. Reasonable. I think a lot of people. My wife called me judgy judgerson today, which I'm like, that's pretty true. I'm very judgmental, but only between us. I try not to put my judgment on other people unless it's Cole, because I think that's hilarious.
He's always judging me, man.
Constantly. I feel okay. Listen, I think that's the one way if we're friends is if I outright judge you right to your face, because I will do that shit. I don't do that for everything. Delicious food blocks, good too. Yeah, it looks delicious, and the cutting board does look good, right? I know it's one of those things.
So I'm busting out this cutting board more often.
I mean, you better. Apparently, everyone loves it. They don't like you very much, but the cutting board, spot on, and your culinary skills today also spot on.
Right.
You as a person,
no. I'm hitting on all cylinders right now.
I mean,
all cylinders. I'm able to.
I mean, I think that's just everyone.
My personality. I gave up on that decade.
You know what? That's not. He's lying. He's lying, everyone. Because you know what? Part of his personality is just saying insane shit to you and looking at your face, going, "Oh, is that not normal?" And you're like, "No, it's not normal." Like he's like, I remember that was the time I had to wrestle an alligator, and you're like, I'm sorry, what the fuck did you say? He's like, oh, have I not told you that story? I'm like, no, you did not tell that story. And then we went into it.
Cole, the funny part is, I know it's not normal, but I try to soften the blow by saying, "Oh, is that not normal?"
Yeah, it's never normal. Cole is a delicious, portly man, and his food is exquisite. That's from Chris Cunningham. Listen, if you ever need something, go to Warwick Police. He'll take care of you there, Cole.
Thank you, Chris. What does portly mean?
You're a little chubby.
Oh yeah, a little bit.
You got a little belly. That's all.
I've been working out lately.
His belly has decreased, and if you number one, he posts a lot of update pictures like in the gym on Facebook and Instagram. But I'll tell you this much: if you like it and you have a penis, he calls you gay. So I didn't think that was very nice, but I just told him, yeah, sure, that's fine, whatever. You're the one who sent out a thirst trap, but only have male friends, so that's on you.
Well, I just don't like women like that.
That's fine. LOL.
I don't like women as friends for me.
Lily says Portly was polite. Hey, listen.
I ain't more than Portly. Yeah, she over here nagging me. She's trying to.
Of course she is.
Trying to nag me into her arms. That's what it is.
Listen, if we've learned anything about Puerto Ricans from Marco, it's that they love negging people. That is just that's part of their culture. And we embrace it here because negging works. Just scientific fact. So I don't know. That guacamole looks pretty damn good. And you know what? It really pisses me off that you're like, oh, I'm just gonna sneak a little taste. It's quality control, people. Quality control is important when you're cooking.
I've never made my own guacamole. This is pretty good.
All right, well, congratulations, sir. You are welcome to the club of guacamole makers. I would put that on your resume. I just be like, I make a shit and fucking kick-ass guacamole.
It's pretty good. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna stick this in the fridge and let it chill.
Yeah. So also too, one of the key things you'll notice, everyone, was he also added some lime. That does help significantly with regards to keeping the avocado from turning brown. You don't want that because it doesn't taste any different. It just looks like a turd, and you don't want. It looks like diarrhea. You gotta make sure.
I can know that it's just a Mexican dish, and that's just common sense.
Also true. That is. I feel like there's a distinction between culinary or cuisine that uses lime versus uses lemon. Like Greek, lemon, whereas Mexican, lime. I find that interesting. This is for people in chat spam. This emoji is chat. Okay. Oh, hey. Right back to you. Trust me, I'd spam it too, but I'm busy talking because I'm trying to keep everyone entertained and engaged, and we're going back and forth. It's very exciting. That guacamole did look pretty good. Any update on the bruschetta? What's going on there?
It's working its way.
Do we have an update on the tenderloin?
Dude, coming out right
now. Everyone, the moment you've been waiting for is about to happen.
Oh, here's the tenderloin.
That looks pretty damn good. Like I want you to bring it closer to the camera, but at the same time, I really am afraid that you're going to tilt it and everything's going to come falling out of the thing. Just there you go. That looks really good. It looks really good, bro. But yeah, if you check out my YouTube stories or shorts, that's what it's called. I do have the video of the preparation. It's all sped up and has a little voiceover explaining what we're doing. So make sure you check it out. Let's see what happens here. Oof. Easy.
It's fucking work right.
It's bigger than the cutting board, everyone. It's bigger than the cutting board.
That's a fat piece of pork.
That's a fat piece of pork, bro. It looks good. Guacamole. There you go. Well, we appreciate you staying, Star. We appreciate everybody for watching. Please make sure you like and subscribe. Feel free to send a super chat, whatever you want to do. But we are here, and we're going to keep on things going. And tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we are going to be having Generation Dan, where we're going to be talking about books from school. If you don't know, Generation Dan is a different podcast that we talk about all sorts of stuff like the generational differences in life and stuff like that. But ultimately, it usually devolves, much like this, into random conversations of age and differences and all sorts of things like that.
Yeah, nothing. We can't stay on topic.
No, like at least here we have the food, because let's be honest, food unites us all, keeps us all grounded. It's a good thing. But ultimately we got to try and that does look really good. It looks nice and tender too. It looks moist. Everyone likes the word.
Like you don't know. Quit acting like you think I don't know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing.
No. It's not that I don't think you know what you're doing. It's more so that I know that meat can be a pain in the ass, and sometimes it can dry out and stuff, right? If you aren't careful.
I play with my meat daily. Okay.
Listen, doctor's advice: play with your meat daily. That's just factual.
Always.
It's just, hey, listen.
I'm a light over.
I would make fun of people. I would tell a joke about how stupid No Nut November is, and I'm like, listen, No Nut November is like trying to keep a baby in by crossing your legs. Well, number one, it's bad for you, and number two, everyone will know because you're going to start acting really fucking weird. It's basically how that works. Yeah. Both of those things, not good. Pork loin. It's a pork loin. Do you remember Family Feud when the lady said pork loin and everyone was like, "What the fuck did you just say?"
I didn't really watch that show like that.
And then there was another guy who was like, "Pork you pine," and you're like, "That's not," because it was like things that start with the word pork, and she said pork loin. I was on there, but the other guy said pork you pine, and I'm like, that is heinous, but also hilarious. All right, what are you doing here? What was this last thing? What's going on?
We're gonna fry this pork loin now.
Oh, really?
We're gonna crisp it up real good.
We're gonna crisp it up real good. We're gonna lock in them juices so the moistness stays. Everyone, it's very important. Okay, you want to keep your pork moist. It's very important. It's one of the highlights here. Do you have an Alexa? No. I like the government to spy on me through my phone exclusively, as opposed to having a standing thing. I don't like that idea of having an Alexa in the house. But the pork's whiter than coal. Actually, if you want to watch something really funny, probably it was a few months ago when we had Queen Fee on the show, and she was making pot roast. What was she making? That does look pretty good. Why don't you give it? Hey, why don't you taste the pork and let us know how it is?
I've been eating it this whole time.
Okay, but you haven't shown us how, because you need. I need a visual thing. Yeah. In the end, they were okay, and
it's delicious.
And it's delicious. There you go. Cole's
not a fucking thing I make is not delicious.
Cole is afraid of most women, but that's fine.
I'm afraid of women. Yeah, like this in general. Like not like I'm scared of y'all.
No.
I'm like y'all have too much power, and something needs to be done about that.
I think the concern is more so that every time you've interacted with women, they've ruined your peace.
They've ruined my life. Not even just peace.
I mean, that's fair. So it's the whole idea. He's afraid of women because it's not so much what they like that he's afraid of them. It's the effect
what I've allowed. That's what it is.
Yeah, the effect they have on his universe is usually catastrophic. Apocalyptic, one of the two. But you know. And well, hey, Chris Cunningham from Warwick Police says I'd eat Cole Clayton's pork. I mean, there you go. He wants to see you in a Speedo, and he wants to eat your pork. I mean, those are two things that happen. That's your mom is looking.
Hey, hi, Mom. She's trying to figure out who's ready.
She's waiting to see. She's waiting to steal your food. That is standard.
We can put cheese and mangoes together.
This is how it goes.
No.
How else are you gonna eat cheese and mangoes in the same dish? And not eat cheese and mangoes.
And I'm not having them in the same dish.
You can have not cheese. Mangoes are in it.
I would be okay with that.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm making mine right now.
That's what you think.
I think that's a highlight, everyone. There you go. And also Chris Cunningham from Warwick Police says, where is Cole's DD? I mean, that's a great question. Who knows?
He died in 2022, 2023.
Well,
Bob Brown died too.
Who's that?
Mr. Oak's dad.
That has nothing to do with me.
I know. I just found that out. That was his fault. Never mind.
Now I'm still worried about Nick. If he's hurt, why isn't he watching? Because then we could give him good vibes, but he might be out of it.
Yeah.
I hope he got.
All right, this is hot. Crisp this up real good.
Let's see here. Star has asked us a question. What is your favorite word? Mine, personally, guy. Cole, do you have a favorite word?
Do I have a favorite word? That's a good question.
I mean, it is a good question. You know, you could go with the traditional anti-disestablishmentarianism. Longest word. Fantastic.
Anti-Semitism?
Yeah. What? Anti-Semitism? I mean, that can be a favorite. No, I said anti-disestablishmentarianism, which is an organization established to disestablish a current establishment that's in there.
It's pretty heavy.
It is very heavy. My favorite word is lubricant. I mean, Chris, you should probably talk to somebody, buddy. But hey, we're here for you. Like, not physically, but, you know, figuratively. Yeah. No,
do not get pulled over in Warwick, guys. That is.
Yeah, you're gonna have a lot more than you asked for. Just, you know, it may be your bag, but I'm just, you know, letting you know someone's bag is gonna be had. But yeah, I would say my favorite is guy, just because it's so. I think it's a polite version of fuck because it can be used in so many different fashions. You can address people, you can express surprise, shock, enjoyment, happiness, all those things. Lily says she's trying to get a hold of Nick. Please do pass on our sympathy and ask him if he requires some sort of vengeance plan for whoever made him fall. It's definitely something we're willing to do because let's be honest, who doesn't love a little good vengeance? You know, you could stage a little John Wick type scenario. It might work. Nothing wrong with that. Well, that pork looks fantastic, sir. I'm kind of waiting to watch your mom literally steal the pan off of your thing. Gorbachev says my favorite words are next round's on me. Bro, I'm sure that's your friend's all favorite word too. Just, you know, when you say it. Yeah. Oh man. No, you know what? Drinking is a hard one to stop because it's very social. That was the one thing that the girl. Let me Let me look up what her thing is on. She's on TikTok. I'll see if I can find it because she's good. She kind of tries to express her situation. Let me see here. That's not what I want. Maybe this one. Somebody who liked my comments. Yeah. Man, I'm looking for it. Just bear with me here. I will find it. I swear to God, I will. I'm looking for this other. It's a girl on Instagram or on TikTok that is an alcoholic, and she's trying to make it a thing because she's really trying to do the hard work. What?
I'm telling Victoria.
You're what?
I'm telling Victoria.
You can tell Victoria all you want. Star says my favorite word is corpse. May I ask why? Because I feel like that is not necessarily a bad one, but definitely interesting. There's got to be a reason behind it. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to look for this person. Oh, there it is. It is Kate Garn is her name. Kate_Garn. And she's in recovery. And her YouTube is Recovery with Katie. But she's going through it, and those are her shorts every day. Like she goes through what day it is and how many that she's sober and everything like that. It's pretty cool. But Gorbachev might be something to check out because it's. I don't want to say that it should govern your world, but having support is a big deal. And if you don't have support, it makes things a lot harder. So it's always beneficial to have some support as opposed to no support. So Victoria says, I suppose pork word can be used in multiple ways. I don't understand what that means, Victoria.
Pork. I think that
pork word?
Pork. The pork word can be used in multiple.
I don't know what that means. Come on, Victoria. Do you have a headphone done in your head? What? I don't know what that is. Star. Come on. Someone said their favorite word was pork. I mean, yeah, pork would work. Who said they were? I'm trying to get a hold of Nick. Thank you. I don't see where anyone said that about pork. Anyways, regardless, I understand. Do you have a headphone done in your head? No. I don't. If you're asking Cole, Cole's not wearing headphones. So his
I'm not wearing headphones.
No. I wear headphones because I don't have to move around constantly. Oh. To pork. Oh. Victoria says, so I said the word pork can be used in multiple ways. To pork someone, sex it down. It's also food. It's also used to call someone fat. So that is true in, I guess, in Cantonese. If you call someone a pork chop, it means they're fat as fuck. So, yeah. Not going to lie, I'm pretty drunk. Should I call my ex? That's a question for the top box, my friend, not this box.
It's probably another one of my tweets. I wouldn't doubt it.
I mean, not the first time that one's been done, but yeah. So, all right, where are we at with this food, buddy?
Coming.
Awesome.
Be patient. Can't rush ours.
Listen, I can rush whoever I want. I'm bigger than you. But yeah, I'm going to a.
That's a Russian talking point.
Is it really?
It's a Russian talking point.
I'll Russian you.
Oh, what? You gonna Russian me? You fucking gay.
Probably.
You goddamn Greek queer.
You call me a Greek queer?
Greek queer.
That's an oxymoron, sir. Those are the same thing.
No, it's redundant. It's not an oxymoron.
You're an oxymoron. The literally is no reason why. I just like that word. That's fine. I feel like corpse is like there's always a nicer way to say things. So you don't want to say a dead body, but a corpse works. Uncomfortable as much as it is, but
see that?
Who's cooking? Nick! What happened to you, bro? Jesus. The anticipation of your arrival, Nick, has been...
Yeah, we thought you were dead.
Yeah, Lily said she hunted you down, accosted you, threw you down a very, very high flight of stairs, and apparently you are now on perks. That's you've turned to drugs, Nick.
You're a paraplegic. You're like less of a man. You're somehow shorter than you were.
Yeah, well, she said she tripped you, and it may have cut off part of your legs. Lily is apparently works for the CIA, and she's coming after you. But you know how the CIA is; they'll use animals too. So, but yeah. Do you have a headphone dent in your headphones? In my head? I don't think so. No, just bald.
Called you out.
Nick said I fell on a school trip, 16 stitches and 5 broke. Jesus Christ, bro!
Did you fall, or did one of those kids take you out?
That's a good question, because my wife says I fell down the stairs. I know she pushed me. That's just factual. She knows it. Can't deny it. Luckily, I did not break my neck. 16 stitches and 5 broken bones. Number one, did you beat the person who did that to you? Number two, I have questions, Nick. That's Jesus. Are you okay now? That's all those things. On the ice. Gee, that hurts, bro. That hurts. You needed to upgrade your shoes. Sorry to go through that. That is not fun. Tell me you didn't break 5 ribs, because bro, I cracked. I didn't even break it. I just like fractured it by falling. I elbowed myself in my side. Victoria was there, and she was like, "That was the first time I ever saw you fall and not laugh." Next, like, I'm glad the Nunavut trip is canceled. Yeah, I think that worked out for your advantage there, sir, since your new nemesis is apparently ice and walking. That's man. And also, we were questioning, did you get the good drugs? Also, I feel like a principal should have good insurance. Teachers, not so much. Principals should have good insurance.
Can I try?
I love that his family just hovers around. I broke my ribs in 2012 and 2014. You're not allowed to be in a fight club, Nick. That's it. Okay. Jesus. After 2 years, you broke them again? Oh, you poor bastard. Which bones did you break this time? Was it your leg, arms? Did you break your wrists? Oof. Right. That is terrifying. I don't know. What are we looking at? Are we just plating things up?
This one's golden.
Oh, don't do that.
Sour cream lasts forever. It really does.
Well, it is sour cream, so it makes sense that it would last. There. I don't know. It's one of those weird situations, but hey. Yeah, Nick, I'm glad you're recovering. Nick told me he didn't want to come on because Cole would slay him. Nah. Hey, Cole's bark is much meaner than his bite. Unless he does bite you, and then you're kind of.
You probably have rabies at that point.
That's well, or at least the clap. I couldn't resist that one. Sorry, it's old habits die hard. What can I say? Yeah, Nick, that's bro. 16 stitches. Well, 16 stitches isn't necessarily too huge. It depends, right? Hopefully, they did it clean and everything. Are you mobile or crutches, wheelchair bound? What's the so yeah? I work for the NYPD. I'm coming for you, Nick. Star said, "Oh yeah, I work for the NYPD. I'm coming for you, Nick." Was that like? Are you saying sexually? I have to ask Star, because if you're anything like our police friend Chris Cunningham, it is sexual.
I'll be right back.
All right. So, anyways, everyone, just an FYI, what I did for my wife today, that must have been the painkillers. I'm not afraid of cold. I think you could take them. It'd be fun. I'm not sure why he froze, but he said he'll be back. He's got to do something. So, interesting enough, I also made a cactus for my wife. I had knocked it down, so I had to rebuild it. It was literally in pieces. So, I did this while we were talking. It's very entertaining, everyone. You guys should know too. Please make sure you like to our channels. I'm trying to get back into doing more Lego because I have a whole shitload that I just haven't built. So, along with the other shows we do, also I'd like to do Lego. I actually just want to do more stuff online since we, have invested in all this equipment and everything. So it only makes sense. But yeah. Chris, let's see here. I guess there are two of us pretending to be cops. Very original star. I mean, listen, I appreciate the entertainment of pretending to be somebody else, but at the same time, I just like to be me. I think that's a great thing. And I think that internet has really ramped that side of things up. I'm just waiting for pictures from Cole, because then we can check out what happened. So it'll be entertaining. But yeah, Nick, I'm glad. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you greatly. And walking is his nemesis, laying down his but yeah, Nick, I'm glad you're in the recovery. I hope everything heals properly. You may want to do some research because there's a lot of diets that will help the healing process. I know that sounds crazy, but like, I know this was for my wife. She had a bad fall and she damaged her ankle. And if you stay away from certain foods, you'll find that the healing process not only is accelerated, but is significantly better. So a lot of the times, if you break something, especially 5 broken bones, it's a lot. You are not gonna lie, I'm getting creep vibes from Var. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'm sure he's harmless. He's not gonna hunt you down. But yeah, a lot of times with bone breaks, like I broke my big toe in a pool once. I fractured, didn't break or anything. It wasn't dramatic, but in bad weather and stuff, it does get sore. But like as you improve your diet, it does help with your recovery and has a tendency to make life a little bit better. So definitely take the time to do that. Okay, let me just download some of these pictures so we can see them all together, everyone. All right, there, and let me just add these bad boys in. All right, let's hope it adds in quickly. All right, we got some results, everyone. So first of all, don't worry, by the way, Nick, you're safe. I don't actually. That's fine. All right, so we got some big pictures here. Then we got some close up. A little bit there and there. It does look very good, but you have the bruschetta, you have the pork loin, and some cheese with a guacamole. It looks like some mango and some limes. That is some top tier business, sir. Hey, this shit looks awesome. So,
you're a shot?
Yeah, it's right here. Ta-da! 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 It's fantastic.
Let's dip it in the guacamole.
It's kind of like a Mexican beef dip with no beef and not the same type of dip, but hey. Hell no, I'm gay. That's fine. You're allowed to be gay. I'm scared of trans fats in school food, not a guy with an avatar of a cute cat. Nick, you're preaching to the choir, sir. I agree. And Victoria says, looks great. It does look great. Looks delicious. And
delicious.
So, when everything is combined, does it make Captain Planet? That's the real question, sir.
It's fucking delicious, bro.
Well, hey, you saw it here, everyone. This is the first time he's made guacamole, and it has turned out magical. Basically, he's going to put that sombrero back on, and he's going to be harassing everyone for the rest of the night. So, FYI, be ready for the phone calls. That's all right.
I wish we could have other people who weren't like directly related to me try this. so they know.
Oh yeah.
Down. When are you gonna come out? When are you gonna come down to Cleveland so I can like prove to people how good a cook I am?
We can do like a bender of just cooking breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We'll just be cooking all. We'll go get some groceries. We'll be crazy. Lily says that looks delicious. You poured your sweat into it. I mean, somebody has to.
It was extra salt, you know.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it adds that southern twang to it.
Bacon fat.
Anyways, everyone, please listen, like, subscribe. Feel free to send us a gift. Ultimately, we love doing this, and we thank you for your support. So please make sure you do. This has been Hammered and Cheese. We'll be back. I'll be back tomorrow with Generation Dan. Monday, we'll be back with Life of Giants. All sorts of things are happening. So please make sure.
I appreciate the compliment.
Yes, absolutely. Also, Upside Down Studios has motherfucking Mondays, which is going to be in the afternoon. So don't hesitate to check that out as well. Anything to add, sir? That's it. All right, then. Everyone, have a wonderful rest of your evening.
Thank you, Nick.
Later, Nick. Get well soon.